the power.
Francis Ngannou! Francis Ngannou!
Deontay got some options right now, some big options.
Andy Ruiz is about to be replaced by a top fighter in a fight with a bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. Not Tyson Fury, not Oleksandr Usyk, not Joe Joyce. That's the guy holding the strongest punch in history. So who is the mysterious opponent? Let's find out in the video, but before you jump in, remember, like, subscribe, tap that bell icon just like that. That way you don't miss out on any updates from Boxing Insane. Deontay Wilder has exploded back onto the heavyweight landscape with a one-round demolition of Robert Helenius back in October. The WBC ordered a fight between Wilder and Andy Ruiz Jr. as a final eliminator for their iteration of the world title. However, talks appeared to have stalled between the two sides. Fans are expecting an announcement on the Bronze Bomber's next move. The fight between Wilder and Ruiz is quite an interesting combination, and it's expected by the fans. However, the former WBC champion seems like he needs more time to be ready. After strange social media posts, Wilder has his latest move on his next fight. Wilder. The American boxer claims to have a big pick for the next fight, and this mysterious opponent will likely replace Andy Ruiz in their fight. Wilder's trainer had said in previous interviews he'd prefer a long-awaited fight with a big heavyweight over Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is just one of three choices, and he's hatching two bigger giants behind Ruiz. Deontay Wilder's trainer Malik Scott says they're selecting and they will announce this big mysterious name soon. Scott's given some cryptic clues surrounding the former world champion's next fight, saying the team is exploring some big options. And Scott, who's coached Wilder since his trilogy bout with Fury, told ES News that a decision was in process of being made on the Bronze Bomber's next opponent. He revealed, Deontay's got options right now, some big options, so they're just going to see which direction they're going to go, then get back in camp and get cooking. So which boxer will be Wilder's next big pick? In a recent interview, Wilder suddenly revealed details of conversations he'd had about a possible fight with Francis Ngannou, one of the fighters with the strongest punch when he was still in the UFC. Deontay Wilder tells about the information for a boxing match in the Octagon and asserts he's still interested in the fight. He would love to do that one in Africa. They talked about it when he was with Dillian Whyte. Wilder thinks if it makes dollars, it makes sense. If Ngannou wants a showdown, then let's do it. Wilder went on to talk about making a deal now and a potential for fights both in the ring and the octagon. The Bronze Bomber wants to make it a two-fight deal. Ngannou comes to boxing and Wilder comes to his ring. The American boxer wants to do something different since everybody's doing this crossover thing between combat sports because he's a true warrior and he's serious about it. The MMA fighters always come to boxing, and of course, they ain't got no stand-up game as far as boxing's concerned, so it's always going to be more favored to the boxing side. Deontay compared, "You're in our territory, just like being in the water with a shark." Wilder doesn't have mixed martial arts experience, but if that happens, he's going to go get training and stuff and go from there. The Bronze Bomber claims he's going to really put forth the effort and give the fans what they want. So the big guy Wilder mentioned earlier is probably fighting Francis Ngannou. Will Ngannou choose Wilder or another heavyweight if he comes to boxing? Well, Ngannou became the first reigning champion to leave the MMA promotion since BJ Penn in 2004, when his deal expired last month. But the most devastating finisher in UFC history is not short of options. Since the split from the UFC and expected switch to boxing, a number of top heavyweights have called him out already. The likes of Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, and Derek Chisora have all called Ngannou out. However, the fight against Deontay Wilder is indeed a good matchup. Both boxers famous for destructive punches. There's been much controversy about comparing the strength of the two. Many say the granite jaw possessed by greats like Ali and Larry Holmes would also have been able to take Ngannou's shots easily. Others argue that Ngannou's punches don't look as hard as Wilder, and no one hits harder than Wilder in the world of boxing or MMA fights. Francis cannot outdo the Wilder knockout. Ignore the controversy. We don't have an official record of how hard Wilder's punches are, but in a boxing match, Wilder would most likely dominate. He's got more training and more skill at boxing, with better distance management from a boxing perspective, and that is when he isn't swinging wildly. However, Francis started out as a boxer, and because he was a fan of Mike Tyson, but then he moved to MMA, so Francis knows how to punch hard with boxing gloves and has learned the basics of boxing on how to adapt to an opponent. If both stand in the same ring, the match will prove the talent. Ngannou's final decision is yet to be made, but a clash between arguably the hardest-hitting boxer of all time and the most powerful UFC champion in history would certainly capture the imagination of the public. So, what do you think about a fight between these two giants? Ngannou and Wilder, who'll hold the strongest punch in the sport of fighting? Will the match between Andy Ruiz and Wilder continue? If you know, leave your comments below and let us know. Don't forget, like, subscribe, tap that bell icon. You don't want to miss any videos from Boxing Insane.